The Explore Planet Earth Spartan 3 is a perfect option for adventurers on a budget. I'm going to show you how to set it up and pack it away.
Hit it.
Hey guys, it's Lauren from Snowy's here. I have with me the Explore Planet Earth Spartan 3. It's an excellent adventuring tent for those on a budget, perfect for motorcycle tourists, bike packers or hikers. It can sleep up to 3, otherwise 2 people with extra gear storage. It's also a good option. Its overall weight is around 3.3 kilos and it has a packed size of 48 centimeters long by about 16 centimeters in diameter. So in your bag, which actually is a bit of a compression bag as well, you'll have your setup and pack away instructions here, as well as some care instructions and warranty information on the back. You'll have your pole bag, which contains 3 poles. You've got 2 red poles and a yellow pole. And you also have this nifty little gadget here, which is an emergency repair kit. If you're out and about and it gets windy or your pole breaks, you can just simply slide this over the top to help reinforce the join or the brake. We also have our peg bag here. Now there are exactly 12 pegs, which is the right amount for you to fully set your tent up. However, this also is a freestanding tent. So if you're camping somewhere where the ground is really hard or really rocky, it's not essential to peg it out in order for you to actually be able to put your tent up. We also have the tent fly and the tent body here. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is open up our tent inner and peg out the 4 corners. So the tent itself is, the tent inner, I should say, symmetrical on both sides. So the doorways are indicated by these mesh panels here. So you just orient it in whatever direction you are wanting your openings to be. Now, once we've got the tent in the right place, the next step is to peg all your 4 corners down. So I've got this little peg here just to show you where we're going to do that. And so you'll just be popping your peg through the end of the webbing loop here like so. So obviously we're not going to peg it out because we're indoors and we're on concrete here, but all 4 corners will be pegged out. And then the next step is to grab your poles. So I'm just going to pop them all together here first, so they're just ready to go for me as soon as I need them. Start off with the gold one, which is your longest pole. And then we'll grab our 2 red poles. All right, we're going to start with the gold pole. So we're going to grab the end of the pole and we're going to thread this pole pin into the base of that one here. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Now this is going to start to bend up now under the tension. So you have to put a little bit of muscle in it, but it's not too difficult. And we'll just get that pole pin in there now. So once our yellow pole is up, we're going to start to attach the speed clips. And we'll do that all the way along. So once yellow pole's on, the next step is to grab the first of your red poles. So we're going to do the same with the pole pin on the red side. We're matching the red pole up with the red corner webbing. And then we'll run the other side over the top of our yellow pole, and we're going to grab this red tab here that's got a grommet in it. We've got this little silver anchor pin which will slide into the grommet and hold it into place. Once that's done, we can clip on our red speed clips. Then we'll do our final red pole pin into the base. Again, we'll come around to this other side here, grab the red tab, and we'll get that little end pin in through to the grommet. Now you might notice that the tent is a bit of an interesting construction here. So obviously Explore Planet Earth have gone for this pole setup as opposed to having a singular internal pole system with a spreader bar across the top. So if you're a bit OCD or aesthetically challenged, you might be bothered by the dissymmetry of it all. and it does appear to look a bit weird, but all in all, it's a pretty effective construction there. The next step is to pop on the fly. Now, in terms of fly orientation, you remember we talked about those color-coded corners before. So we're gonna look to match up the red fly anchor strap with the red corner and the yellow with the yellow corner, like so. So because it's not a symmetrical tent per se, and it does look a bit odd, these will really come in handy. So once you've got your fly roughly into position, the first thing that we're going to do is to just anchor the ends of the red straps here with the fly anchor point. So this also has a small grommet on the end, which is going to slide over the edge of your red pole as well. Again, those tabs are color coded, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Now, once you've got those two red tabs into place, you can be sure that the fly is where it's supposed to be, even though it may not look like it. And now we're going to anchor the corner buckles. All right, now the next step, which we're not going to do because we're inside, is to go around and peg down all of our fly anchor points, which I'll show you now. So the first one is going to be at the end here on your fly, your center peg point, which you'll be pegging in like so. The next step will be all 4 guy ropes, which you'll peg out like so. And then lastly, if you're going to be using your vestibules, we'll be pegging them out through the loops here. Now, you can easily pull these elastic loops off, so if you want to keep one side of your vestibule pegged open and roll one side back, that's also okay as well. So that's about it for the setup of your Spartan 3. Now, in terms of packing up the tent, the first thing we're going to do is to remove all of those theoretical fly tent pegs. We've got the 2 on either vestibule side. We've got the 4 guy rope pegs, and we've also got the center end pegs that will be on either side. So once those ones are removed, we're going to leave the 4 main tent body pegs in to make sure that nothing's blowing away in the wind or anything like that. And we're going to remove the fly clips. So we've got this one here, around to this corner. Once your 4 corners are undone, we're going to peel the fly back here. We're going to release these pole support spots, the same on the other side, and we're going to remove the fly and fold it up. Then the next step is to start to remove your poles. We're going to start with the red poles first. We're going to unclip the tent inner from the poles. Grab the red tag here, keep your hand on that pole, and we'll just gently pull that out and release that pole up. We'll collapse it down and put it straight into our pole bag to make sure they're not getting any dirt. Move on to the next red one. Once your red pole's done, we're going to move on to the yellow pole and release that from the pin. So once your tent poles are away, your next step will be to remove the 4 pegs on the outer corners of the tent. Once that's done, we'll fold the tent up. From here, we'll grab our peg and pole bag and our fly, and we will roll them all together. So that's it for the Spartan 3 by Explore Planet Earth. There are a couple of buckles here on the bag that we can pull tighter to compress it down a bit if you need to. All in all, this is an excellent tent for those on a budget, casual adventurers, motorcycle tourists, hikers, you name it. You can get it at snowies.com.au at our lowest prices every day. If you found this video helpful, give us a like. If you've got any questions or comments, chuck them below. You can head here to subscribe or here for more helpful videos. Catch you later, Snowies fam.